stippling, showing tonal values, stippling the carrot. So first of all, I'm going to show you how to stipple the lighter areas of the carrot, which will be this area and the middle section. So I'm going to start out just working with dots. I drew it accurately with my pencil. Most times you just stipple the drawing, but I know some of you, this is your first time stippling. So I'm giving you an opportunity just to learn how to do it. In the darker areas, you would put the dots very close together. Stippling is the use of a series of dots to show tonal value. So in the darker area of the carrot, you're going to stipple it using the dots in a close cluster, and you can take your time. It's slowly getting it there. And then as you get into the lighter areas, you're going to space out your dots a little bit more. So in the dark area, so right on the bottom is a darker value because it's kind of cylindrical. It's a cone type shape, but it's cylindrical as well. So you're going to go, and then when you get to the light areas, as you could tell, I left the area for the light. Then you could even add in your lighter value with your yellow. You could blend it in with your orange tone, and then when you get to the light, you're going to space it out. So when you get to the lighter areas, you're going to space out your dots and bring it in to the light areas. And I'm going to add some more orange dots in with my light dots. And then going back again, now this is the light area. Now I'm going to transition now into the darker area. So I'm going to get my dots a little closer as I go now into the darker areas. But I'm going to go into different tone now when I go into this. And I'm just going to do this section for now so that you can get an idea how to do the light value. And I'm going to blend that in there, and I'm going to get the darker tone of the orange, kind of like the red, to go on the top, because as it come over the top, and then I'm going to do the darker value over the top, so you could see a little tone of the orange mixed in with the red. On the edge, I'm going to get my dots a little closer in so you could see it. And then now I'm going to come with my orange to make that in between tonal value so that it transitions from one into the next. But this is just giving you a general idea of how to work your dark values and then how to get into your lighter values. So I'm going to add these in, and then seeing that I want to show a little more cluster down here, I'm going to stick to dots. Try not to go into making dashes. Make it into dots, and then when it comes to lighter, now you're going to have to leave the whiter areas to make it look. So to add the contrast, you're going to have to cluster the dots a little closer together. Now there's little areas where there are some indentations into the carrot, so you could come in with your dark values to show that that's happening in certain areas of the carrot. So make sure you put that in. Okay, you can come with your dark value to show that there's some indentations coming in certain areas with the values. Darker on this side, so seeing that it's darker on this side, I'm going to go into the dark values on this side. I'm going to use the dark value here. It's darker here, so I'm going to bring these in very close together. And then I'm going to start to space it out. But it's still dark in this area. And I'm going to come with my orange in here to show the value, and then I'm going to start to space it out. You can use small dots. Some people use very tiny dots to show the value. And now that it's getting into a lighter value, I'm going to space it out a little bit. So as you get into lighter value, you space it out. As you get into the, so you should see a gradual change from one value to the next, so that then you would get the general idea of how the carrot really looks. Okay, and then I'm just going to go into quickly showing you how to handle the shadow area of the carrot. So I'm just going to come down here a little with the dark value. The shadow, I'm going to do the shadow instead with a black. I'm going to do it with the blue. Same thing that you do with everything else. You're going to get your darkest value as dark as you could right close up under the object. So same thing. Just get your dots cluster very close up under the object. And as you come away on the shadow, you're going to space it out a little. But to get it your darkest value. So that means that your dot's going to be very, very close. Up under it. Try to stick the dots, no dashes. And then as it come on the edge of the shadow, you're going to lighten it. But as it get closer into the object, we're going to darken it. So I'm just giving you a brief little video on how to handle the shadow under the object. And space it out when you get out here and get it closer. And then you get it like a little more spaced out as you get away from the object, okay? So you space it out and then you get it spaced out a little more. So it shows a little value from one transition to the next. So you have to get the darks to bring out the lights. So now in here, and then I'm gonna have to do an in-between area. So it just doesn't look just darks and lights, but it has like an in-between. So I'm coming in here with the in-between. So there's a transition between the gradual value with the inner parts and the lighter parts, okay? So that's generally what you're gonna do. Get it dark up close to the object, and as it coming away, then you can get it light to show the shadow. Don't forget to always include your baseline into your drawing. So seeing that I'm using blue, I'm gonna use a blue line here to show that this is really surfaced. So I'm gonna try to get it a little straighter. I should have it a little straighter. But I'm gonna, okay, thank you. This is it.